Hey, good morning, YouTubers. I appreciate you tuning in with us. This is Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. We are all about side hustles and doing better in life and basically achieving freedom to be able to make more choices and have a better life. Most of the time that's going to come through doing something financial, so that because the more money you got, the more choices you have. Just a quick book review. Just got finished with this, John Maxwell, Failing Forward. Phenomenal book. Great read, easy, about 16 chapters. They're not long, easy to understand. Idiot like me comprehends it and everything like that. So I highly recommend putting that on your list of books to purchase in the near future to read. Tremendous amount of information out of it, you know. I was talking this morning with Allison, and in a book that she's reading, it says most people do not play to win, they play not to lose. You know, and she said that, and it was extremely profound. Of course, we got the hustle mug right here. And the thing about it is that's so very true. I come across a lot of people that will tell me about all kinds of things you're gonna do, you know, and then it's like, you know, when this stock gets that price, I'm buying, you know, and then when Bitcoin gets here, I'm buying, you know, and it's like, you see them on the rail, and next year you see them on the rail, and then 3 years from now, you see them on the rail, okay? And the thing about it is that they are not playing to make a difference. They're playing not to lose. And if they do make any kind of moves, they're extremely small. And they play things so safe that if they do fail, there's absolutely nothing lost, so to speak. And granted, I'm not putting anybody down, okay? That's not it at all. But I have a lot of people that will come to me and say things like, I want to be more successful, I want to be richer, I want to do this, I want to do that. And we have to look at what the mindset is as far as how they go about doing things. And unfortunately, they're playing so conservative that, you know, they're never going to take that shot. It's like, you know, they're in the game, but every time they get up to bat, they want to just try to bump the ball. They're not swinging for the stands, you know. They're just, you know, wanting to, you know, to hit a little, just to get a little piece of it and everything like that. And it's like, you might get lucky sometimes and, you know, and do something with it. But otherwise, if you're playing not to lose, chances of success coming your way is going to be slim, and when it does, it's not going to be monumental, you know. So it's almost like, you know, like I said, people come to me and they'll tell me about, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to be sitting on this pile of cash and I'm waiting on this and everything like that. And it's like, really, they're not, okay? The God's honest truth is that they are waiting for either the perfect storm to happen, or, you know, to buy that $20,000 Rolex for $1,000, you know, or that, you know, $250,000 Rolls Royce for 10 grand. It might happen, okay? The chance of it happening, though, is slim to none, as opposed to, you know, if we do more research, more due diligence, look for smarter investments. However, the returns might not be as great, but we do more of them, and so success comes our way, so to speak. You know, I have a lot of people that talk to me about real estate, and you know, there's a buddy of mine, Rick Jarman, God bless his soul. He did die from COVID, and he talked about, you know, he's got like over 400, 500 videos on Instagram. Look him up, Old School Real Estate. And he would say, you know, you all are contacting me wanting to spend and pay me absurd money to mentor you. And the thing is that last year you didn't buy a rental property, and this year you haven't bought a rental property And chances of you buying one next year are slim. His whole thing is you need to get out there and do it. You have got to make it happen. You have got to pull the trigger. You have got to get in the game and put forth some action. And that's the whole thing is that people are so afraid, you know, and it's that scarcity mindset that, you know, I've got this dollar and I don't want to lose it because I might not get another one. You know what? And there is so much money in the world that you and I and nobody else can comprehend it. Only God alone knows exactly how much is out there. And for us to sit there and think that, you know, if we lose one, the chance of us getting it again is slim to none, that it's not going to happen, it's completely absurd, you know. Here's the thing is that, you know, we're always taught that those who work hard, the money will come. Well, if that was the case, then everybody that works hard would be absolutely filthy rich. And that's not the case at all, okay? Riches and success favor the person that takes risk. Riches and success favor the person that takes risk, okay? It doesn't favor the meek, it doesn't favor the mild, it doesn't favor those that sit in the stands. I don't make the rules, but I do have to play by them, okay? Have you ever met anybody that won a car race and they sat in the passenger seat on their hands and never did anything? I haven't met that person. You know, the problem that we have is that people are fearful and think that what they have is better than what they might find. And my thing is that I've always looked at it, it's like the dump trailer is a perfect example. You know, I took a picture of all three of them sitting there yesterday, and I've been sleeping in yesterday and today because we got like 5 days of rain going by, and none of the roofing crews are taking the risk of tearing roofs off and everything. So, you know, I'm getting a break. I'm getting a little bit of rest. That's a good thing, getting caught up on paperwork. You know, so the thing is that we are not living to our fullest capacity because we're not taking the risk. And the thing is that it's always in the risk, you know. It's not in being meek or mild about it, you know. And I'm not telling anybody to, you know, go out and do anything that's going to be life-threatening or suicidal or anything of that nature as far as taking risks. But what I am saying is that, you know, if you think you want to start a pressure washing company, go spend that $500-600 on that pressure washer and try to make it happen. You know, if the worst thing that comes from it is you're going to learn, then that money was well spent. I'll give you an example. For some unknown reason, I thought I wanted a convenience store. I never worked retail in my life and never worked with groceries in my life. I got fired in 02, 03. Had like $55,000 in my 401k. I emptied it out, decided I was going to start a grocery store, and I found a store that was already in existence. Long story, but the guy couldn't put things together, so to speak, and we were going to deal in a lot of what we call salvage groceries. And the owner of the building contacted me, made me a good deal on a lease and everything like that. So I go ahead and do it. I figured the business on $50,000 is what my business plan was. I go to get my 401k, and that 25-30% penalty, I had to pay that up front. So we were undercapitalized to start with, okay? Still, I built that store from the ground up. I bought all of the shelves out of a CVS that was closing down, backed a U-Haul truck up, disassembled them all, loaded them up, took them to my place, put them up, and we were in business for 3.5 years. And I learned a tremendous amount of lessons, okay? One is location, location, location. I was in a bad spot, and for a small store, you really need neighborhoods or communities, villages, parishes, wherever you're at, but you need one that's close around the store to feed the store, okay? Mine was more of a destination business that had to do with people driving by, not so much as walking to me, okay? I was not in a great part of town, and a lot of people that shopped with me were on a fixed income, okay? A lot of them would walk past my store, walk another 100 yards in the heat. I'm talking 100 degrees with humidity at 110%, walk past my store to buy a 4-pack of beer to save 10 cents. Okay? I don't understand that mentality, okay? Second thing, know your customer, okay? I didn't, all right? So there's just a tremendous amount of lessons that I was able to gain from that. But my father and my mom, they were never entrepreneurs, never had that spirit. My father did 23 years in the military. You know, he showed up every day, went to work, same place, same people for the most part, and he retired. Okay, so I'm the risk taker in the family, the entrepreneur, the go-getter, the hustler, and even though the store, for lack of better words, was a bust. I mean, you know, we made money with it and everything like that. Didn't make as much as I had hoped for, but I learned one really important lesson from it, among many, is I don't want anything with hours on the door. I don't want anything where I have to show up and be there from 8 to 7 or 8 to 5, 7 to 4, whatever it is. I don't want to work retail, okay? So the thing about it was, though, is that I learned a tremendous amount, and those lessons I've been able to take with me and put in other areas of different things that I do today. So if I had said, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do that, you know, it's, you know, I might fail, you know, I'm just going to save this money, I'm not going to venture out. That has never worked for me and everything, and so I have no regrets about it whatsoever. It's a great chapter in my life, and we've kind of moved on and turned the page. Have a wonderful day. Be profitable, be productive.